Hello, besties. How are you doing? Welcome back. And these are the foods I cooked before we traveled. So I'm just going to do some speedy videos of how I cook these meals, and it's just simple Kenyan meals, our everyday meal. So most people will ask, how do you cope without helpers? And I think this issue would only affect people who have small babies. Once your kids are grown, even if it's in Kenya, I think it's very possible to do without house help. Sometimes you can get somebody to clean for you. That's what we do when we're too busy here, or what I used to do when I used to do a cooking business. But right now, we do get time to cook. Even if it's just a weekend, you spare some few hours and cook. So today I want to make ndengu, and I had this chicken wing seasoned. And I already prepared my onions, my peppers, potatoes, and cabbage. And some chicken tenders, and these I'm just going to stew. I could have baked them just for salads, but I doubt the boys will eat the salads. So I'm going to wash my ndengu and have it boiling. The meat is ready for cooking pilau, and I started by putting my chicken wings in the oven, and I'm going to cook the tenders in the air fryer, so that will make it very fast. My air fryer is not looking so sharp. I need to wipe it nicely, and that's the stock I got. I might use it in a soup later. So I was also my Timu extractor arrived, and this extractor is not the strongest. It's just that I had bought another one before, and I think I broke it myself by using a large piece of beetroot, and it just split the upper part. Actually, this one that I got didn't work too well, so I ended up mixing just some parts in the other older extractor, and it's actually quite affordable at Timu. So I got that. And also, oh yeah, so here we'll boil some rice, and as it boils, I'm going to cook some pilau. In this house, we really love our bara pilau. It's the kind that you add tomatoes, and you add dania, and you add, coriander, and you add green peppers. So I'm starting that, and we also brown our onions. This is just the way we are used to cooking pilau in the city. So I'm going to also add potatoes once my meat is browned, and the spices, the pilau spices do help to brown the meat. And I'm just building the flavors so that once I add the stock, I can just add the rice, and it takes about 6 minutes to cook right after adding the rice. Anyway, so that's my mixture. It's looking nice and rich, and I'm going to add the stock that I boiled the meat in. And once it boils, I'm going to add rice. From this point, it takes about 6 minutes. So it's pretty easy to cook. And I usually don't do the long method of putting the rice to finish off in the oven, mostly because it's when it's a good rice, it can dry quite nicely on the stove top. So while my rice was cooking, my all my pilau was cooking, my boiled rice already cooked, and it dried up nicely, and my ndengus were cooking on the side there. So now I'm cooking onions. On the other side, I'm cooking my chicken wings in the oven. And so I'm going to just make a simple curry and add it to my green grams. And this, I suppose, will be eaten with the chapati that I cook later. So it was a full day of cooking, really busy, hot, broiling kitchen. So this is how I do my curry. I just fry the onions, and then I add curry powder. Cumin also goes very well with the curry, ground cumin, and I added a bit of turmeric, add a couple of tomatoes, and I'm going to add into the boiling ndengus or green grams, and then this will boil together and it will be so rich in flavor. To variate, you can add coconut milk depending on what you're serving with. So that is 3 pots done, and now I'm going to make my pea soup, pea and potato soup. And this is just a simple way to do it. To start by frying our beef, it goes very well together. Then we add onions to flavor, garlic, and everything that we need to add into the stew. I'm using Old Bay seasoning here. I love how Old Bay tastes, but I don't know how originally the people of this land cook it. My son just introduced it to me after he used it somewhere, and he really loved the meal. So this is the chicken from the oven, and it's cooked nicely, but I want to make it crispy in the air fryer because I find that it's still a bit wet, and I want it to be really nice and crispy. I'm cooking a storm. And this, guys, is why people are not allowed in hotel kitchens. Look at this, so much going on. I have this rule for anyone working with me not to use this table at all. That way it stays like a clean centerpiece. But today I went against my own rules because it was a bit overwhelming. Like there was no space to use. So here I want to clear and make chapos, and then we'll be close to the finish line. So here I'm making beans, and of course, because my tripod broke, I'm not able to do some good filming. So I'll show you the end results as opposed to the process. This is our stew cooking over there, boiling away. I want it to boil until it's really nice. These are our dengus, pilau, and I said I'm not going to fluff that until serving time. And then dengu is for the chapos. Yeah, so let me deal with this mess so I can breathe. So look at this. They're getting so crispy from the air frying, and that's exactly the idea. So if I make a sauce later, it will go very well. But most of my guys like the wings dry. So now I'm trying to clean as I go so that my table can remain clear. That will give me some peace of mind as I continue to cook. And sometimes I just set my table so that the plates are ready to use. And sometimes they just gather dust there when we are too busy to sit as a family and eat. And that's okay because we just change when it's necessary. So I just want to clean the table, and as I finish cooking the meals, it will be nice and ready. And if you want to know that you've cooked your beans well, this is what you should see. Yeah, it boils until the sauce reduces. So I'm keeping everything on the side over here so I can cook one more dish, which is chicken stew. I want to make like a creamy sauce that can be served with spaghetti or such a thing, and chapati. The chapatis I made on this day were nothing to write home about. They were actually almost hard. Uh, in the 2 days before this day, I had been sick. I even missed work, and I don't know whether I got the energy from the thought of traveling because I was very excited about this particular trip to Montreal. So, yeah, I got a renewed energy. I showered, I got ready, went shopping, and came and cooked for my guys. So, but the chapatis were not chapati. Look at those shapes. Anyway, I did cook and they ate every single one of those chapatis, but they were not my I wasn't proud of the result. But anyway, the guys enjoyed and they were very appreciative. So that's how they were looking. Actually, I was traumatized. So the next chapatis I made were actually brown, and I finished my cooking with this stew, which they really said that it was nice. I just started with carrots, celery, onions, and then added spices, added that chicken stew that you saw earlier, and then I added my I used the stew in the tender stew, and then I added some cream just to have something nice and thick. Yeah, so this is how I cooked before the trip, and I also baked. By this time, I was so tired, I could even show the method I used to make this pound cake. But trust and believe, we're going to make another one soon, and I'm going to show you every step so that you can also make a pound cake for your family. But this is the mixture I was mixing from outside so that I could leave this baking and just get onto other things. My cabbage was shredded, and we didn't even cook it that day because by the time I finished, it was at night and I was tired and just ready to eat. All right, I'll see you on the next one.